Today I'm here at the Art of Animation to show you around. We have stayed here now, this is our third year in a row. We've had 3 10-day trips and I absolutely love this resort. And I've only ever stayed at the Polynesian here in Disney World, so I'm not the best to tell you if it's better or worse than any other resort on Disney property, but I will tell you some of the reasons I like it today. As I show you around, I hope you enjoy this scenic tour of Art of Animation. So Art of Animation is considered a value resort, and it is one of the pricier value resorts. However, because it is one of the only value resorts that have family suites. This here is the entrance to Art of Animation. It is where, when you catch a Disney bus or Ubers or drive yourself, this is where you will drive up. Bellhop is right here. So if you say come in at like 6 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock in the morning and check-in's not till 3, they will very graciously hold your luggage, check you in, and then when your room is ready, they will actually take your luggage up to your room for you. And it'll be there when you're done with your park day or whatever it is you have planned for that first day. So this is where you will pick up Ubers, drop-offs, or if you are catching that Disney bus or the Mears bus or any other kind of transportation from the airport or around town. Luggage assistance is where your Amazon Fresh products will be delivered, or any grocery deliveries will come here, as well as your luggage to be held either the day of arrival or the day you leave. And this is Animation Hall. It's one of the best places in this entire hotel. My favorite thing about the Art of Animation is it's all about animation. There are 4 different sections. There's the Little Mermaid, there is Nemo, there's Cars, and there's Lion King. And so the art that you see depicted on the wall here are sketches and concept ideas for those 4 different films. And it goes from sketches all the way to full color. So it's pretty cool. I love looking at the depictions of the original Ursula. And the Lion King. You can see it get more and more finalized as this wall continues till the very end of the concept art here. Then you will see finalized coloration and cells over here against this wall. Now, one of the most fascinating pieces of art in this hotel is going to be this chandelier. It has artwork, sketches all in there of the 4 different movie themes, and some of it's actually signed by the original artists. That one here is Ariel when she sees Prince Eric on the boat. Okay, now these are the reception desks behind this very colorful wall here. There's always a ton of people at this desk. They help with everything. Now, one thing to know is if you're like me and you order like a box of water from Amazon, that actually will come to the bell desk or the front desk, not the bell service. The bell service will only get the grocery deliveries. They won't get the packages from Amazon. So when I order from Amazon for my water, it's a package. Now that corner over here, that corner right there, that is for kids to watch cartoons as you check in or take care of business here. The gift shop that they have here is called Ink and Paint. the ink and paint shop, but we'll get to that in just a second. Now, one of the things they do have on our resort property is an arcade. So when you turn the corner here from the lobby, as you are going to head outside to the main area, there is actually an arcade here. The arcade is open from 8 to 11, and it works with cards. Also a part of the lobby is the ink and paint shop. So the ink and paint shop is again another nod to animation. It is in reference to the department in the animation where they have all the ink and paint for the animators. So what you'll find here is a section that is specific to the hotel. Every year we come, there's a few differences in terms of their offering. This year we were so excited to find the Art of Animation ears and their jersey. And they have like a little coloring type book. Then they will also have specific movie characters. So this one has like your general Disney merchandise here. But they'll also have specific things to Ariel, to Nemo, to Lion King, and then you have more of their general merchandise in this direction. They do and will have stuff that's special to the year. They have a whole wall of magic bands. Oh, those are cute. Oh, look at those. Oh, I like the Mickey Mouse ones. They have pens. And of course the kid jewelry. Something that's special and unique to the Disney resorts as well is they will mail your merchandise that you buy here at the park home. You just need to make sure you keep your receipt, and it will allow them to make sure they can itemize it and insure it in case it gets lost. Now the eatery here is the Landscape of Flavors. That's right through that gift shop. It is open, I want to say 7 to 11. And in each section, I'll see here, this is the Lion King section. We have a Cars section. It's a very busy place, but it's always very easy to get your food. Well, they actually have very good food here. It's very much cafeteria style. They have mobile ordering, but not everything on mobile order is available. Not everything they offer here is available on mobile order. So sometimes if you mobile order it, you won't get what are some other things that are really popular here on the menus. They have coffees, they have iced coffees, they have pastries. They have things that are ready for you to pick up if you're celebrating a birthday. They have birthday cakes up here. They have salads, fruit, juices, sodas, pretty much anything that you could want, they would have here. They also have fresh food. They have burgers and chicken strips. They also have pastas and pizzas. You can buy a whole pizza. It's pretty good. It's not terrible. It's not puffy pizza like at the resort or at the Disney World. This is the Nemo section. And then you have the Cars. Nope. Little Mermaid. There's her grotto there. They also sell the cups that are refillable at the resorts. So that's fun. You can refill them for free for the entirety of your stay. You just have to bring them down to the resort soda machines. You get free soda, tea, coffee, And it was, I think, $20, $22 when we purchased them this week. So that is Animation Hall in a nutshell. So when you come out of Animation Hall, the resort is broken into, like I said, those 4 different sections. And so here's a resort map. So we were just here at the Animation Hall, and right now we're facing this middle pool. And that's called the Big Blue Pool. That's in the Nemo section. We're gonna head over to the car section first. Maybe where? So Art of Animation has 4 different sections and 2 room types. They have family suites and they have regular rooms. The Little Mermaid section of the hotel, of the resort, is the only one with regular rooms. The other 3 sections, Cars, Nemo, and Lion King, all are family suites. Family suites consist of 1 bedroom, 2 full bathrooms, a sitting area, a table that has a fold down bed, and a pull-out couch. There's also a little bit of a bigger fridge there, as well as a microwave that is included, and a little mini sink. Well, we stayed at the Cars Suites last year, so I'll try to find a picture and shoot it up there for you. Now this is the Cars section. This section has 3 different buildings and 1 pool. Cars 1, Cars 2, Cars 3, and the Cozy Cone Pool. Now the Cozy Cone Pool is one of the smallest in the resort. This resort holds 3 pools, but one of the best things about the Cars Land, or the Cars area, is it reminds me of Cars Land in California Adventures. And during the morning, in the afternoon, at night, it all has a different look to it. Now something to pay attention to when you are watching this tour is that their plants change and their music change, and everything changes about the resort depending on the section you're in. So they really try to transport you to those different movies. You'll notice now we're on a road because we're on Route 66. They have these road sign. He had just been painted Rusty's. This building here is going to be your Tow Mater themed outside building. Now on the inside they all look the same. They all have the same theming, but on the outside they look a little different. This building to my left here is Luigi's Cars. So you have the Leaning Tower. And straight ahead you have the Cozy Cone Motel. Now the Cozy Cone Motel is not actually a motel. It is the pool. So as you walk up into the building and you walk through the building, there will be bathrooms on each side that have showers in them, and bathrooms, of course. There's a vending machine and there's a pool. Drinking fountain as well. Pool hours are 10 a.m. to 11. And what's cool about these pools is they have these cozy cones. Now these aren't like cabanas that you have to pre-rent. Also note that they have life jackets here, complimentary. The theming goes on this side as well. They have towels here, so you have a towel return on this side. But these cozy cones are first come, first serve. They actually are available a lot more than you might think. They have 2 lounge chairs in them that are adjustable. And it is a horseshoe type pool with tons of seating. There's also lifeguards always on duty. So that's really nice. Now the final building of the Cars area is back in the back. That's going to be where Lightning McQueen is. But well, first we'll pass Sarge's hut, surplus hut. So you get to the Wheel Well Motel. This is going to be your furthest cars building, but really they're not that far from the lobby or any of the transportation that is available. So here's the Wheel Well Motel. The 2 cars. And then we'll make a loop and just go back. This is building number 2 back here. From the movie Cars. Oh. So we turn the corner, we see Fillmore. Even if you're not staying in this section, you're welcome to come use the pools. You can come and take pictures. It's always a fun photo op, especially at dusk. It's just so pretty in this area. One of the things we like to do at least once on our trip is what we call pool hop. We go to all 3 pools one evening. We start at the furthest pool from our section and go to all the rest till we get closer. That way, as we get tired, we don't give up. So we're coming around that Cozy Cone Motel pools. They do close down the pools in inclement weather if there's lightning in the area. If there's some rain without lightning, they'll keep the pools open. But when there's lightning, they will close the pools, make everyone get out. So just kind of look outside your window before you head on down if you're kind of far away. Here's Luigi's. This is building 3, and then Mater is building number 1. Now as we round that corner, we come out of that circle, we are headed towards the Nemo section. The Nemo section is the middlemost part of the family suites. Now the Nemo section itself is going to be the most expensive section. When you book Art of Animation, you can book an individual section, like you can book the Cars, you can book Nemo, you can book Lion King for the family suites, or you can choose a generic family suite. The generic family suite is going to be cheaper than just booking a Nemo suite, but there's no guarantees. Also, if you book a Little Mermaid room, those are standard rooms and standard rooms only. They never go, there's no family suites in the Mermaid section. So you want to make sure that if a family suite is very important to your family, you book that. Now sometimes if the resort's not too full, you can upgrade on the day that you arrive, and it only costs like $90 a night extra, which is kind of cool, but there's no guarantee. That's how we ended up staying in the Cars last year. It was because we were able to upgrade on arrival. So here's the little map. Our animation hall is where we started. Now we're going to go by the big blue pool. Guest laundry is in the Nemo section, and then each section of the resort actually has its own parking. So if you bring a car, there's a parking lot by the Cars buildings. There's a parking lot up front in front of Animation Hall, as well as parking by Lion King and Little Mermaid. So let's start here. At certain times of the day, these seagulls start talking and they say, mine, 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 mine. You'll notice the plants have changed. It looks more aquatic, more flowy, like seaweed. They'll start putting fish and random bushes on the ground as if we're underwater. You'll see the fences, and every night they play a movie by the big blue pool. So you can see the screen over there. So even the fences that surround the pools are going to be themed. This is building number 4 for Nemo. Finding Nemo 4 and 5 are here. Now there's only 2 buildings for Nemo. So the Nemo section isn't that large, but it is the center section of the resort. And it has larger than life statues that you can take your photos next to. It's also home to the largest and busiest pool. We have yet to stay in the Nemo section, but one day we'd like to stay in all 4 sections. Here's Mr. Ray. So each one of the buildings, you go in behind the big statues. There's the doors right there. There are elevators and stairs to access the floors. There are going to be 4 floors in both the family suites as well as the Little Mermaid area. The family suites, however, have inside doors, meaning you can't access them from outside. You have to go inside the building, whereas the Little Mermaid section of the hotel, you access from the outside. There's no inside hallways. So this is building 4, and this is one of the Nemo sections. They have this little playground for kids that's squirt themed. It's pretty fun at the end of this building. You'll notice the lights here in the Nemo section look like the end of the anglerfish that tries to capture Nemo. Actually, not Nemo. Nemo's dad and Dory. Gosh, what's his name? I'll think of it in a minute. Marlin. And then at the very end, as you get between both Nemo buildings, this is building 4 and 5, there's Squirt's Playground. As I turn around, it's directly in front of me is the Skyliner. So the buildings that are the closest to everything are the Nemo buildings, which is why they're so much more expensive than the rest. However, it only took me like 3 minutes to walk from Cars to the Nemo area. Here's the Skyliner here. And you might notice there is a hotel or a resort across the way from here. That's because we share a bridge to the Skyliner with the Pop Century hotels. Pop Century hotels have preferred rooms, but they're all standard rooms, very similar to the Little Mermaid section. So here's that shared bridge with the Skyliner. This is Hourglass Lake with Pop Century on the other side. Skyliner is one of my favorite ways to get transportation because it's never stopping. However, this trip we've had a few hiccups. When there is lightning in the area, they will close it down, or there's been some malfunctions. If there's lightning in the area, then they'll send buses, but they're not very fast about it. So you might be kind of stuck in a place for a while if going to Hollywood Studios or to Epcot. Now, you have to take a bus to Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom. So here's our map on the other side. Straight ahead is Animation Hall, the Big Blue Pool, guest rooms, and Finding Nemo. To our left is going to be Cars. To our right is the Lion King and the Little Mermaid. This is building 5. Again, you'll notice that the plants here are more aquatic in nature. They made sure to choose plants and colors and decorations that were very reminiscent of the movies themselves that you'll see. One of my favorite statues here is actually Crush. He's gigantic, and I have a snow globe at home that has him in this exact same position, so it's pretty cool. Now this is the Righteous Reef playground that I just showed you that was squirt themed. And then behind it is that Big Blue Pool. Now the Big Blue Pool is going to be your biggest, oh, here's that Crush statue. So cool. The Big Blue Pool is going to be the largest of the 3 pools here on property. The back end here that has this anemone with, it's either Nemo or Merlin sticking out of it, and all the little friends from school. That is a splash pad. So your little ones that don't want to get in the water, you don't want to get them in the water, you can take them there. The next section is the large pool. Before we do that, let me show you. There he is. There's Crush. He's gigantic. Let's finish our tour of the big blue pool, shall we? So inside the big blue pool, you will notice a pool that starts here and goes all the way to the end. Now there is a gradual walk in here. And you might have heard when they originally opened the big blue pool in this resort that they actually had the characters from Finding Nemo's voices underneath the water, and you would be correct. They did have those. However, kids were trying to stay under too long, and they were nervous about them staying under way too long, and the lifeguards weren't sure if they were in trouble or not, so they ended up stopping the sounds. But you'll see nods like the goggles to P. Sherman at Wallaby Way and Sydney here. Just like in the Cozy Cone, you'll see different nods to the movies that are there. Now, two added things in the big blue pool that the other pools don't have is there is a pool bar here, and there's also the laundry section is located here on in the big blue pool area. Here's another one of those fish. I think one of my favorite things about this resort is no matter how many days we're here, how many times we're here, I'm always finding something new. So now we're back at Animation Hall. We've done a complete circle now. We have Animation Hall, we have cars, we have Nemo section. So let me show you the bar, the pool bar, as well as the laundry service. It's called the drop off. So the bar is open. You can use your refillable cup at that bar, the drop off as well as getting other beverages. There's also a laundry service here and restrooms, of course, for the pools. They have lifeguards on station. For the larger pools, they have more lifeguards. Right now, I can count 5 lifeguards at the big blue pool. Also by the big blue pool, they will have a list of activities for the month. They have movies, they have artists of animation, they have nighttime campfires. There is never a dull moment. So here is the drop-off bar here. And then we can get to the laundry through this teeny tiny little path in the ground. The drop-off is made of those, what are those, mirror fish or the silver fish from the movie? Oh. Never lacking for detail. I love it. Okay, here's a refillable bottle station with water fountain and the laundry. So you can see the laundry in here, have machines, payable by card. They have some laundry detergent as well. Okay, next up in our tour of the resort, it's gonna be actually something I forgot to show you. So I already showed you the Skyliner, which is all the way in the back where the Nemo buildings end. So right here, Animation Hall, straight down there, the end of the pool, that's where we're going to get to the Skyliner. Now, instead of going towards the Skyliner only goes to Hollywood Studios and Epcot. So you're going to want to go through Animation Hall or around the outside, depending on which resort area you're in. For cars, just going around the front of the building works well. Nemo, you're going to want to go through here. I find for Little Mermaid, coming this way is the shortest, but you could go around by the parking lot as well. So this is the direction where all of the buses are going to be, towards the front of the building on the right hand side. To get to Disney Springs, Typhoon Lagoon, Blizzard Beach, Animal Kingdom, or Magic Kingdom, you have to go this direction, because this is where the buses are. Now, buses start running an hour at least before parks, and they end an hour after. The first stop here, Magic Kingdom. I find that getting to the bus stop about an hour and a half before park opens is about perfect. Now, that includes early entry. So when I say park open, I mean an hour and a half before early entry. So if early entry for Magic Kingdom was, say, 8:30, I would be at the bus stop at 7 o'clock. Next stop is Hollywood Studios. Now remember, there's a bus stop here for Hollywood Studios, but it only runs if the Skyliner is not operable, meaning there's inclement weather or it's down. Here's the TV screen that has the schedules. Next stop is going to be Epcot. So first Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, Epcot. Then Animal Kingdom, Blizzard Beach. Animal Kingdom's the day you have to get up real early if you want to rope drop that and use those magic hours. You know, that early entry though makes a huge difference in parks like Animal Kingdom or even Hollywood Studios. You can get so much done in the morning there. This last stop here is going to be Disney Springs or Typhoon Lagoon. To get to Typhoon Lagoon, you have to go to Disney Springs and then transfer to a Typhoon Lagoon bus. Okay, that's our final bus stop. Now we'll head back towards the last two sections of our resort. Art of Animation, so a little bit of history of Art of Animation. It was originally meant to be an extension of Pop Century. Pop Century celebrates 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s decades. And each decade has its own theming. So they have large yo-yos or large bowling pins or large cell phones, and they play fun pop music on their buses. And so they actually built the Little Mermaid because they were going to make that part of this resort into the early decades of the 19th century, or 1900s. Sorry, not 19th century, 1900s. And they had already created that before they changed their mind and decided that they were going to make it into family suites and change the whole theming. So that's why the Little Mermaid section is a little different than the other sections, because those were already built. There's some pretty cool pictures online where you can see what it looked like before they built the rest of the concept of the park. Animation Hall. So let's journey to the farthest regions. A lot of people are hesitant to book a Little Mermaid section room because they have heard that it is so far away. Oh, this is just beautiful. But honestly, there's so much to look at along the way that yes, you're tired and you just want to get to your room, but it's maybe a 5-minute walk to the Little Mermaid buildings. Maybe 10 if you're having a really slow day. So here we are again at the Big Blue Pool, the center of all of our sections here. And now we're going to go to the left. To the left of the Big Blue Pool, this is the Landscape of Flavors. That's that cafeteria style eatery. And the Big Blue Pool's to our right. Straight ahead, there's going to be that Lion King section. I think the Lion King section might be up next on our places to stay. So they're already playing the movie tonight. So cool. On the backhand side of all the buildings, what's something that's really cool is they have these drawings. Again, animation, celebration of animation. And so you can you're surrounded by Disney all the time. Here's another map. The Hourglass Lake is to our right, Skyliner to our right, guest rooms to our right, Lion King straight ahead, and Little Mermaid is through those resort hotels. They have games set out so you can play games as you're hanging out at the resort. So here we are, the Lion King section. Now there's parking over there. This is Lion King. You'll start to notice that the shrubbery is different here. It's more jungle based. We have Rafiki that enters us into the jungle. You'll notice the music. It's more jungle themed. This is building 6. Again, remember these are only family suites. So you have your 1 bedroom, 2 full baths. Only access is enter through the inside hallways. You have Mufasa, and here's the fire pit you can make s'mores at. You have to purchase the s'more package separate, but the campfire you can just hang out at if you'd like. Even the garbage cans match the area. It's amazing.
I think Lion King 2 is on.
So here we are at the next larger-than-life statue. We have Hakuna Matata, which means, of course, no worries, with Simba, Pumbaa, and Timon having us enter into the first building on our right. And again, they have elevators and stairs. And to the left is the other Lion King building. Now the Lion King area, just like Nemo, only has 2 buildings as entrance. But you'll just see like everything that surrounds us, all the plants, all the trees, make you feel like you're being transported right into the jungle. Until, of course, you get to the elephant graveyard where kids can climb, play, run, have fun. You can't really climb, but you know, you can run around and have fun. There's even red lights at night that make it look a little spooky as the hyenas watch over you. Of course, you are then looked at by Scar. Before leaving the Lion King section and entering our section, you have one more statue though, and that's going to be a famous bird from the Lion King. We have Zazu. He greets you on this end. So Rafiki greets you to Lion King on one end, and Zazu greets you on the other. The next section is going to be the standard room section. It's going to be your mermaid section. There are 3 buildings for this section of the hotel. Here's the parking lot. This is Lion King parking. It wraps around all the way to Little Mermaid section. And straight over here is the path to take you to Hourglass Lake. Now, when I walk to the Skyliner, I walk to the Skyliner along Hourglass Lake. It's most direct. But when I walk to the buses, I walk through the Lion King section. Now take a look at these light poles. These light poles are specific to the Little Mermaid section because they make you feel more aquatic in terms of on ships and just the Little Mermaid movie in general. The trash cans are blue. There are 3 buildings here, buildings 9 and building 7 and building 8. Building 7 and building 9 are the closest. Building 8 is in the back, but you'll find some artifacts from Ariel's grotto, her dingle hopper, her snorflach, the stein,
Treasure chest.
as well as her treasure chest, and her most prized possession before her father blew it to smithereens with his trident. That would be her Prince Eric statue. Now, my favorite statue besides Crush, And this whole resort is going to be this larger than life Ursula. She's the mascot of this building number 7. Now, fun fact about this is if you look at Ursula and then you look at the fish that are by Ursula, they are all swimming away, looking rather worried. But if we go across the way over to King Triton, who is building number 9, here we have a larger than life King Triton. All of his fish are swimming towards him. And they're not looking scared or nervous. They all look happy to see their king. They are standing right across from one another as we journey around. Gabby is actually the one that discovered that. She also noticed all the bubbles because, you know, as sea creature breathes underwater and as people go underwater, they create bubbles. There's flotsam and jetsam. Now in the Little Mermaid section, we don't have inside hallways. Everything is outside and there's 4 floors. You do have access to elevators and stairs though. The elevators are only located behind these ginormous statues. The stairs though are in the middle and on each end of the hallway. So as we are getting to the end of building 7, you will notice that that's where our Little Mermaid pool is located. Now again, at the Little Mermaid pool, you'll have bathrooms. I believe you have a laundry service in here as well. You also have the rules written on Ursula's scroll. You'll find some fish in the grass. Here we are, end of building 7. Notice the plants, and these plants are a little bit different than the plants that we found over in the Nemo section. Some of them are similar, but if you look, some of them are land plants and some of them are under the sea plants to go with that theming as well. Here is that skyliner through the trees. And building number 8 is a tribute to Ariel herself. We have a larger than life Ariel with her best friend Flounder. An entrance to the pool. Here's Ariel. All these fish are pointing at Ariel. They're happy. She's singing. She's overlooking the pool. And if you look on the other side of our pool, you will notice that she is singing for Sebastian. Sebastian's over there in his clamshell conducting her as the orchestra, similar to what we see at the beginning of the movie before she disappears. You will also notice that the fish around her seem to be singing or playing musical instruments as well, like they're at a concert. There's a bench. So the furthest building from Animation Hall and from each one of the transportations is going to be your building 8. It has the Ariel in it. But even with that, I think it took us maybe 5 minutes to walk back here today. Here's more of that parking lot. And this gets you back to building number 9. So there are stairs on each end and in the middle of each building, and also elevators in the middle, right behind those big statues. There are lifeguards on duty here, just like all the other pools. There is a laundry service here, a bathroom with showers. If you are going to use the last day before you head out for a late plane ride and the pools, you can always hop in one of their showers to rinse off. They will hold your luggage at the bell service. And here is our final large statue. So I hope you enjoyed this tour of Art of Animation. It is a resort that's near and dear to my heart. I love the Skyliner. I love the theming of it. I love being in Disney and feeling like I never leave Disney. Our bus plays Disney music the whole time that we're on it. The Skyliner is usually very easy, very quick mode of transportation. There's only one bus stop for the entire resort, so we never have to worry about the bus filled up before it got to us. We already know it's full, and when people fill up on there, it's just an easy resort to navigate, not too large, but there are 3 pools. There's 1 bus stop and the Skyliner when it's working due to weather and such. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this tour of the resort. If you did, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, and notifications so that you can see when our next videos are up. I hope you enjoy our adventure in one of our homes away from home in Florida.